Well, hello guys, PokePlayer, and today I'm back for another video. And I know guys, I know it has been a while since I uploaded my video, but that's because I was really busy on school. I had a week full of tests and I had to do that before my holiday. I will have a holiday in 2 days, which is really good, so I will be focusing on the channel quite a lot in that holiday. I will try and get a new banner, maybe a new logo. At least I'll try and get a lot of stuff done for the channel. And you can expect a lot of videos in the holiday, but I've been away, and that's the reason why I wanted to tell you guys that. But today I've got a really special video because this is the final of the NUCL Season 1. This is the battle against Raymond, aka the Moscow Diamonds. And today we are versing him. We are in the finals, and we are here with our team, with our power. And today in this battle I chose a lot of Pokemon that I used in the battle before against Raymond. At least I used Hitmonchan, Quagsire, NUCL and Malamar in that battle. And I don't think I had Metang at that point of time. I don't think I did. And I also have Miss Mages right here because I drafted that in the playoffs draft. Or at least we could choose some Pokemon from other teams that were already eliminated out of the playoffs, so I chose Miss Mages because it's a really useful Pokemon and I really like Miss Mages, as you guys probably have seen in some of my top 10 videos or my top 5 videos. And well, Raymond brought some really powerful mons as well, and let's just start this battle because this is hype. We need to see who wins the NUCL final and who is the winner of the NUCL League in the first season. So I decided to lead off with the Hitmonchan because Hitmonchan is my MVP and my most useful mon in my team. I really like Hitmonchan this season. You guys saw it in action. It's such a good mon. But the first turns are pretty decided because Hitmonchan is such a good mon against Raymond's team with all the priority and the power that it can dish out. And Raymond's team is more specially offensive, which means that Hitmonchan can take the hits better. And I go for a Drain Punch, but right here, my opponent shows the Will-O-Wisp, but he misses the Will-O-Wisp. And that's so important, because if he had landed that Will-O-Wisp right there, the battle might have been on Raymond's side. He might have won that battle, because Hitmonchan was probably my most useful mon on the team. And I'm glad that he missed that. I switched out of there with NUCL, because I really didn't want NUCL, or really didn't want my Hitmonchan to get burned. And right here, he goes into Cling Clang, thinking that he can take the hit, which he can, but I am Tinted Lens on my NUCL, as you can see from the damage. And that's because Raymond doesn't have any kind of Pokemon on his team that can learn Sleep Powder or Hypnosis or whatever sleeping move you can get on a Pokemon. But right here, Raymond had he used a mon that he used to have on his team, but he switched it out of there when the playoffs started, because we had some drafts so you could pick Pokemon from other teams, and he switched Gorbis out of there, but he still brought in this battle. I didn't mind it, to be honest, because I know that I could deal with Gorbis. I know how the Gorbis work, so I didn't mind it. I could have told Raymond that during the battle, or could have told Raymond to stop this battle, but I decided not to do it. And it didn't matter too much either way, because Gorbis didn't get to do it too much. I go for the Sand Headbutt, as you saw. And now for the rocks, because I take the serve really nicely. I just go for the Bullet Punch, gets a little extra damage off. It's nothing special, just because I wanted some damage off. So my Metang goes down, but that's fine, because he doesn't have a spinner on this team, which is perfect. So these rocks are there to stay, and that's really good. So now I'll go for the Fake Out. And because my Hitmonchan is Assault Vested in this match, so I'm really glad I did make him. That means that I can take the serve really nicely and go for the Drain Punch, and do manage to kill the Gorbis, which is great because Gorbis is always a threat with Shell Smash. So now my opponent goes into the Sock, and he wants the Sock to kill my Hitmonchan because he wants revenge. Sock is his main mon, Hitmonchan is mine, and he wants to see who's better. And you'll see that in the end of the match, which is really cool. But he goes for the close combat, and I ran the Rocky Helmet on my Quagsire because I knew that I could, I knew that I needed the Rocky Helmet to break Sock sturdy, so that's why I ran the Rocky Helmet on the Quagsire, which is good because I need some chip damage on the Sock so that I can kill it with a combination of Fake Out, Mach Punch on my Hitmonchan. But now my opponent goes into the Ludicolo, and I don't want to stay in because he has the Giga Drain, of course. So I go into my NUCL, but he misses the Hydro Pump, which is unfortunate. I think that I could take at least a Hydro Pump and an Ice Beam. I'm not totally sure about that one, but I think I can. And NUCL is really specially defensive, and he decides to switch us out of there. And honestly, this match is full of hacks on my favor, which is really unfortunate. I really don't like winning this way, but I didn't. So winning, Raymond might come back from this. I crit him with an Air Slash, which is really unfortunate. And well, Raymond told me after the match that that actually mattered because 2 Air Slashes wouldn't take me out. But looking at it, it would have been close. That's for sure. But Raymond might have been right, and the crit might have mattered quite a bit. But honestly, NUCL was not my most useful one because he has Ampharos, I believe, and Kling Klang. He has a lot of Pokemon that threaten NUCL. I just needed it for in case he goes to set up rocks and stuff. And NUCL is just a useful one in general. So now I go into my Quagsire because Quagsire is unaware. It doesn't care about the stat boost. It doesn't care that Kling Klang has a +1 attack. As you see from this damage, it does nothing with a crit. And the Rocking Helmet damage and the Scald. And I think I score a burn as well, which is really unfortunate. Honestly, I don't like this. It didn't really matter, to be honest. Kling Klang, well, he could have switched out Kling Klang if he didn't get the burn, which he does right now, even though he gets the burn. But it's just unfortunate for him, and I really don't like this. So I go for the Toxic, predicting him to switch out of there, because I know that he can't do anything to my Quagsire, which is good. And Quagsire is still at a good amount of HP, and it needed to preserve this at enough HP so that I can at least get a little bit extra Rocky Helmet damage off Sock, which is good. So now he goes for the Hidden Power Grass, I presume, because that's what most people run on. Well, that's what most people run as a Hidden Power move if I run the Quagsire, which is really funny, to be honest. Quagsire really forces people to run, Grass type moves, which is good because I also have Mach and NUCL in this draft. So I go for the Protect as a scumbag just to get some extra health back and to lower his HP a little bit more. And I go for the Super Power here, right here, just to boost my stats up. But finally there is some hacks onto Raven's favor, and he gets the Static, which I totally deserved. I wasn't mad about that whatsoever because I totally deserved that. For the hacks that has been that I've been having on my favor, I definitely deserve that. So now the Ampharos is down and he goes into the Ludicolo. I think that I can take one hit, so I decided to go for the knockoff right here. I think he does land his Hydro Pump right here, which is good, and I do land the hit, but I get paralyzed. So honestly, I still admit that I had much more hacks onto my favor, but I could have killed this Ludicolo right here if I didn't get that paralyzation. Well, would I have been able to kill it? It would have been close, but I think I am a bit attack infested, so it would have been close, that's for sure. So now I go to my MVP, and I think I go for the Fake Out. I'm not totally sure what did I do. I went for the Fake Out right here, and I do kill the Kling Klang, which is good because that means that there's another kill for my Hitmonchan, which is good. And now he switches into the Sock. And I think this is the moment of time. No, it's not quite yet. It's not the fighting type standoff, the Sock versus the Hitmonchan. That's later on in the match. So he goes for a knockoff, which is good because I still needed some extra damage on the Sock, which is great. And here he reveals that he is not choiced in, which I found pretty strange. I was expecting this Hitmonchan to be Choice Scarfed or Choice Banded. Well, Choice Scarfed because of the damage that he has been doing, but he showed that he is not Choice Scarfed, which is good. So now I know that I can switch into my Hitmonchan, but he reveals that he has to protect just for that Fake Out on my Hitmonchan, which is a really good move of him. I can definitely say that was really clever of Raymond to run that. And right here I predicted him to go for the close combat, which he did, which is good. So now he switches out of there because I know I am Choice Scarfed, I believe. So I know that I can take the Sock out because he is not Choice Scarfed. And I go for the Shadow Ball. And I score the Special Defense Shot, which is also unfortunate. But right here I decided to just make the play what I would have done if I didn't score that Special Defense Shot. So I decided to go into my NUCL, and he predicts that, which is good. And looking at the damage of the Ice Beam, the previous miss on the Hydro Pump didn't matter too much. He could not have killed me after the Hydro Pump Ice Beam combination. But still, the Ice Beam does quite a fair bit of damage to my Noctowl, and Noctowl goes down, which is fine. Honestly, Noctowl did its job. It managed to do some damage to Pokemon, and so the Will-O-Wisp. So now I go for the Fake Out. Do good damage with a crit, which did not matter. I think the Fake Out and Mark Button combination would have killed the Ludicolo either way, which is good. And his last Pokemon is the Sock. He ends his season with Sock on the field. And I have my Hitmonchan on the field. And because I am not life orbed on my Hitmonchan, I won't be able to kill the Sock. And he is able to kill me with a close combat. And that means that Sock was the winner of the fighting types in this battle, which is unfortunate, but I don't mind it, to be honest. Sock is the better fighting type, to be honest. So now he goes for Protect as the scumbag and tries to get the double protect off, but he knows that he has lost, and it was a really good battle. I am glad that I managed to win the playoffs, guys. This is the last Shadow Ball. Sock is down, and I won the NUCL League. So I hope you guys enjoyed this league, the NUCL League. I hope you really enjoyed these battles. I definitely did. I hope you guys also enjoyed the quality. I have to thank Lexlime and Skyrunner to provide me that quality. They both did a good job at giving me these videos and recording it for me. They had to spend their free time just for me, and they didn't ask anything in favor, which is really good of them. So definitely check out their channels. That's what I hope you guys will do for me as a gift for them. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed this season. There will be a next season. The second season already started. The battles will be up quite soon. I'm not totally sure quite yet. I have to contact Lexlime and maybe Skyrunner again, see if they are up to do this for me another season. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, because I am the champion of the NUCL League. And then I'll see you guys in my next season. Later.